All we asked our players is give us a chance, is to compete for 40 minutes. And we came out in the beginning of the game, and our starting lineup got us off to a great start. They competed at both ends of the floor. I thought defensively there was a focus of how to defend them other than not getting into our press after a score, and that's when they hit their 2 threes that they've hit for the game. But once we decided to go straight man, I thought our players did a great job defensively of disrupting, staying in plays, rebounding. And then offensively, we wanted to be aggressive attacking, knowing they would run a matchup, a 1-2-2, kind of little beyond half-court press, and they would go man. And I thought Asia Bug responded from our previous game to coming in and managing the game with 10 assists. Callista Walters was a presence inside, but I credit Stacia Carey for the defensive effort today. Hindered again once again by foul trouble, but with her off the floor, we didn't have the length to guard Brianna Turner, and the difference in the game is down the stretch they had that go-to player. We tried to play through Yassine down the stretch as that go-to player. I thought she was effective trying to get to the basket, hitting shots and making things happen. And, our players hit shots. I think that was a big thing is through the course of the game. But last couple minutes, we had some bad turnovers, missed shots that led to scoring opportunities for them. But, when you look at the stat sheet, we competed in every aspect except the free throw line. We were 8 of 11. They were 23 of 29. And, when we're not deep as it is and we're young, keeping key players on the floor is important for us to be successful. But I'm so proud of the way our players played and hope that we get this effort every single night and the focus going into to play each and every team that we play in the ACC.
Question?
Susie, how encouraging is it, even if you don't get the win, to come back from that Duquesne game with an effort like this?
When you look at the Duquesne game, I think there's so much emotion still riding on that game with it being the city game. And, I don't want to say Duquesne wanted it more, but, they certainly played with a lot of passion and enthusiasm and the way they played, and they're very good. But for us, it was about putting that game behind us, getting ready for ACC play. And this is why each and every one of these players on our team has selected to come to Pitt. When they put on that uniform and it has Pitt across their chest, and to be able to compete in the ACC at the highest level. And, there's a different focus. I told them that conference is so different than the non-conference. Until you experience it, you just don't know how different it is, and the preparation and the players that you go against. There's so many upsets today. When you look at the teams that are competing in the ACC, that on any given day, anything can happen. And I think we just have to continue to get better, and I think we have to continue to believe that we can compete at a high level.
The last 8 minutes, did they do anything in particular to make things tough on you, or is it just a matter of making?
I think it was us. They capitalized on our mistakes. When we turned the ball over, they capitalized, created scoring opportunities, and then we put them on the free throw line. But that's why they're the number 3 team in the country. They find a way to win, and that's what we need to do. When you look at the roster that they have, the players that they have, with Madison Cable, with the players that are able to stretch defenses with the Mabrys, and then you have Turner inside. It's pick your poison. And we battled. We held them to 65 points, and this is a team that will score in the 90s, and they're very efficient. So very proud of the defensive effort. I think just down the stretch, our starters having to play a lot more minutes, some of them. I think we got a little worn down at the end. It shouldn't happen. But when you're battling that type of physicality with Notre Dame, sometimes that happens.
For Buffalo winning her 800th game, anything she could speak to about her?
At least we'll be remembered for something. She got her 800th win against us. She's been so successful. Her teams have always done, so well, and it's a compliment of her. She has impacted the women's game at the highest level. They've been to Final Fours. They continue to win. The players buy into her system. They're very efficient. She's a great coach, and I wouldn't be surprised if she goes for 900.
Asia, how would you describe what practice was like the last couple of days? Sort of getting ready for this one?
I mean, it's no different. Same intensity, just different mindset. Knowing we got to bounce back, and it's a big game. It's first game in the ACC play. No different than any other practice, just different team.
Kalisa, with this being your first game in conference play, is there anything that you noticed immediately between non-conference and then having a powerhouse opponent like Notre Dame?
Definitely the intensity of the game. You know, playing against Notre Dame, their players were just faster. The speed of the game was faster. And I think that this being our first ACC game, I think we played as a team today, knowing that it was a bigger team that we had to play against.
Listen, do you take some positives from knowing that you guys went toe-to-toe with the number 3 team in the country?
Yeah, but you know, we always want the win, so can't be satisfied. Have to look at all of our mistakes and learn from it.